Good evening. 1 second, fellas. Let me get it live on Insta. Bingo. All right. We are live, fellas. Happy Wednesday.
Happy
What
Wednesday,
is
guys.
going on? How's everyone doing?
All righty.
Good, man. How you doing?
Good, doing good.
Okay. Well, yeah, just want to let you guys know that unfortunately my camera took a crap on me. So all you're getting is Earl Sumo up there.
It's all right.
And that's it, man. You're going to have to miss my face tonight. So anyhow, we got a nice one tonight. We are going to get a little bit dialed in tight around these subjects on these lives. I particularly like this topic myself. Tonight we're going to discuss starting your program with a high value female or a female. High value or not, that's a matter of preference. I'm not sure what's going on with Marky. I hope everything is okay, but I have not heard from him. So, yeah, hopefully everything's okay with him. But if he jumps in, he'll jump in. But otherwise, the show goes on, my friend.
Absolutely.
Sir.
So it is for midweek, man. How you guys feeling this week?
Good, man.
Weather is tricky, man. It went from 20 degrees to 75.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a little tricky there, bro.
Dude, I promise you we had 3 seasons today. Last night we were torrential downpour.
Yeah.
60 degrees. This morning was still raining. I'm like, that's a lot of water. By 11 a.m. it's snowing.
When?
Today. And then
Man,
by 5:30,
get out of here, man.
and then fully like the sun went up like nothing even happened. Crazy.
We got that's signs for us, Earl. We need to get to the sunny weather.
I need to get him out because I'm only going there for the pizza, bro. That's it.
Man, listen.
There you go.
I can't even eat it that much, so I'm good.
It's that I can. Well, I'll eat it for you.
There you go.
All right. So what's happening, Earl? Let's get it cracking. What we got? Uh-oh, he went out again.
Come on, second. No, I got I'm a little congested, man. Trying to clear my nose out.
Oh, okay.
Now we need. Yeah, he said we need code again. Yeah, man. I will give it a few minutes. Give it 2 minutes, and we'll get rolling. Just want to get the rooms in here so that everyone kind of catches the whole thing.
Okay.
But, yeah. So yeah, I like this one, man. This is a easy yet complicated topic. Me personally, man, it's where I'm at. So kind of talking about things. Back when you ran your yards, I mean, typically what happens is you build a bloodline around a male, but you work your program around your females.
Yes.
So that's typically what we're talking about here. Okay, we're starting to fill up in here, get some viewerships. So okay, well, man, I'm gonna give John the room first, man. Since you spoken into.
I'm gonna have to start being quiet when we finish.
I'm gonna stay quiet too.
All right, what's your question? What you got for me?
Okay, John, man, you're up at bat first, man. So I'm going to ask you like this. The topic for tonight, guys, is starting your program with a high-value female. And for John, in selecting this high-value female, what is the most important attribute to you?
Most important? Temperament.
Can you elaborate on that?
I'm gonna go with temperament first because number one, I need for my camp. I got grandchildren, got a wife, so I need the temperament to be right, in the fact that someone other than myself needs to go clean up kennels, need to feed, walk a dog. Um, Then in selling puppies, man, I think that's you got to have that as a foundation, man. Um, these dogs don't always go to experience dog men or dog women. They're going to go to people who just want a couch potato. Um, you
Or
can't
couch
you can't
destroyer.
have you can't you can't have a hot dog on the couch, man. It's just it doesn't work. Everybody can't handle 107, 117 pounds of hotness, all muscle. You know what I'm saying? That's just not going to be a good combination when you um, selling dogs. And I believe the temperament ultimately falls to whelping. People may not agree with me, but I think the temperament plays a part in whelping. That's very important in our lane, because if you have a female that doesn't whelp pups, do you have a female? I don't think you have one. So she has to be patient. She has to be nurturing, um, a loving mom, and I think that comes down to temperament. So that's my most important. Um, yeah, that's the most important for me. I can build off everything else. I can get everything else. I think it might take a couple of generations, but I'm the number one. I'm gonna start from that temperament.
Well, I tell you what, though, if you got a dog, again, with that temperament and trust, like these dogs, um, you could literally, like, as they're coming out, I'm cleaning up puppies, I'm cutting umbilical cords, things like that. And you couldn't do that with a dog that's not have a good temperament. That
You
dog
go catch it. You gonna catch it, buddy.
got to touch that puppy. And I grew up on a farm. There's no way you're touching that puppy behind mom like that.
Yeah,
Not at all.
You are
it's not.
getting
It's not. It's not happening, guys. You go. That's a bad experience, man.
And that's a trait that's passed down.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, well, I like it, man. No, I'm a big temperament guy. You guys have all been here. You guys seen all the dogs. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? You walk in with me, you're good. They're a little excited, but nothing crazy, no jumping, nothing of concern, right?
Yeah.
And so, I got a kid too, and we don't play the nonsense. Absolutely will not have it, and therefore, yeah, temperament is key. Uh, if without that temperament, then it wouldn't be representative of an American bully. Uh, it would be something else.
Yeah.
Maybe a band dog. Maybe you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Like you got all these other dogs that look like ours, like especially the XLs. You got these Presa Canarios, right? Um, that's a protective dog. That's a different
Yep.
kind of dog. But it can be mistaken for what we have because people mistaken our dogs for double X pit, right, or XL pit,
Mm-hmm.
which is not. That's not even a thing, man. So cool, man. Well, I like that, John. I'm gonna put that one up on the board as the top answer right now. Moving right along, I'm gonna jump over to Bradley, man. Uh, for you, um, John said he likes temperament for his foundational female. Um, what particular bloodlines do you follow or like?
So I guess for me personally, and probably could see with the first couple productions that I've got here for my foundation, and on the Brazilian side there, right? with Chick and Mandibula and some of those. I like the Kadesh bloodlines, some of the Sunshine stuff that comes out of Brazil. I think they do a lot of good work there.
Good
as well.
dogs.
Yep. The Trevo Monsters also does some good stuff. I follow a lot of their stuff. That's just me personally, right? And I think as far as the bloodlines, right, it's all in your vision, right? So at the end of the day, you know, taking what you like and don't like, and trying to come to the you know, the final the final view that you have and the final goal that you have with getting that bloodline. As far as American and a lot of the American, even some of the Brazilian, you know, the bossy stuff, some of that, and the bombastic side, stuff like that on Sheik side as well. I think it's probably one of the most common in the American bullies and the XLs, you know, today. Wonka and Axel and a lot of those studs and a lot of that blood come from there, which, you know, a lot of it coming all the way back to the Razor's Edge and the Gaudis and stuff like that, right? That's built those foundations. So, you know, for me personally, I guess that would be it. The Kadesh, Sunshine, Ballsies.
Well, I'm going to double down on what you just said.
Yeah.
I like what you said. Now, if you take it one step back, right, you're going to see certain key dogs in any pedigree. If you start hitting that third or fourth gen, you're going to see Ace.
That's right. Markov.
Markov is my dude. You already know Markov is my guy.
For sure.
Adios.
Adios. Yeah, Adios is a killer super producer of a dog.
Yes, sir.
You know, if you take it up to that tier, you know, you got Colio Kennels King.
Yep.
Shoot, man, there's just certain marquee dogs that you can't get around when you start, you know, breaking down these pedigrees and you start going back a generation. Then you're like, oh, this is still off of that.
They're there.
They're there. You can't get around it.
Even the Florzilla, you know, the Florzilla stuff in the Brazilian, it's there. So
Yeah.
But no, I agree.
No, 100%, man. There's just certain dogs that are key, that are clutch, that, man. Law said Dax, you know, Dax is one of them.
Sure, I agree, especially in the lane where when structure, no doubt, you can't leave it out for sure. I agree fully.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. Yeah. I mean, obviously we're on the same team, and there's a reason for that. We like a similar look. We follow certain bloodlines, so it's not a surprise to myself, or shouldn't be a surprise to anyone paying attention to the show, that we would align on those things. That's not something we pre-discussed before he reached out to me.
Was it?
You know, at some point he liked what he liked. We got together because he liked what I was trying to do, and to make the long story short, here he is. He's Sumo Bama now.
I think that was one of the first things you asked me. You said let me, next time we talk, what's your 4 or 5 favorite bloodlines, your studs that you like, and it was a line, but that was before you said anything, right? So I mean, it was a lot of that same look. You're exactly right.
Well, because then it's easier to work together.
Agreed.
And work towards a goal and accomplish, the tasks and the goals that we set when we are already in alignment of vision.
That's right.
It just happens to, we happen to align in belief systems and ethics. That's a more of a bonus, right?
Agreed. No, for sure. For sure. There's definitely priorities, right? And there's a list that needs to be in alignment. And,
okay. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. You guys listening to this right now. The first one, we got Big John with temperament. And then Bradley's coming in hot and swinging with, bloodlines and pedigrees. And I know a lot of you guys that watch this are bloodline and pedigree people. So if you could just kindly comment, John or Bradley, in the comments to say which one that you like better for yourself. Not that one is better than the other or one is more correct. But if you could just type in John or type in Bradley, then that way I know where you stand with things. And while you guys are doing that, if you guys want to do it, we're gonna push it on to Ish, man. What's up, Ish?
What's going on, brother?
Dude, what's the shirt, the hat, man? You were killing it tonight.
I mean, I gotta represent my heritage, brother.
I see. See, now I got to turn up my gear. It's sadly, right? When I like a shirt, and I'll tell you guys this. That's why you guys always see me in black, right? One, I like black because I have dogs. Man, them dogs drool on you. They get stuff dirty. And number two, when I like a feel of a shirt, I normally buy 10 or 15 of them. I do it, and it's very efficient. And I'll tell you why. Number one, you don't have to think about what you're going to wear, right? Because you're just going to grab it and put it on. Number two, you don't have to pick out colors that coordinate with each other, right? So for me, it's efficient because I don't have to think. I just do. So 10 of the same underwear, 10 of the same socks, 15 of the same shirt, 5 of the same shorts. Dude, my wife hates it. My wife is like, you look like you're homeless and you don't change clothes.
See, I could do that minus the underwear. They have to be different colors.
No, but it is a thing. If I like a fit and a style, of course my choice is black, so I'm going to go black, and then I'll purge 10 shirts and buy 15 of the same shirts. Yeah. And my wife was like, "You didn't really do anything." I'm like, "I just did."
Yeah, they're new.
They're new. Hey, I'm just saying, it's efficient, it's time efficient, it's economical. There's a lot of reasons I do it, and it actually makes sense. It's probably because I was raised in a military family, though. So, anyhow, Ish, getting off topic here.
Yes,
we had a nice number one and number two. So your third at bat here. For your vision, which obviously aligns with ours. And since you're wearing that colorful hat and that colorful shirt, does color factor, in your decision in picking your foundational females?
My personal?
Yes.
All right. Well, in my personal yard, technically, I don't base my females on color at all. I look past the color. I look for the structure, but I don't want to divert the question. But nowadays is a flip side to that. That's why I don't want to seem like I'm on both sides. But there is a flip side to that. Nowadays, color do matter. It does matter, and because we already know what you're basing your female on is already the structure you want anyway. It's your look that you're looking for because it's in your yard and it's in our team yard. So saying that is, yes, color do matter nowadays, and so if I gotta base it on not just how I feel, but how consumers feel, yes, color do matter, and it's a plus nowadays. It's like having the only way I can explain it is you got the Hemi, but you also got the Hemi interior. You understand? And the paint,
Yeah, sure.
everything to show for it because it tells you what this car is. But in our situation, I believe having the structure that we're breeding, show quality, and a muscle structure, that color just enhances everything. I believe it enhances everything, and if I had to pick a color, my two colors is a black dog, but we're bringing something back in, and it's going to be red. So my important color is red right now.
Speak on it, brother. Speak on it. Don't be
All
scared now. Tell me.
There we go.
Breaking
So just to let you guys know, we are bringing back the real main color that shook the bully world. any structured dog you had back in the 90s is red nose, red coat, red everything, and it's gonna change back what the real OGs of this breed world wants to see, because the new guys want to see the Merle, the new guys want to see the lilacs, but the guys like us, we want to see the reds come back, and we want to see the reds on a big structured muscle. That's the thing, we're doing muscle tone. If you're not in the muscle tone section, I promise you don't have a red sumo dog from us.
Ah,
I promise.
Sumo red.
Sumo
Sumo
red.
Red, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
already know.
It's coming,
Sumo
guys.
Red. The Sumo Red project is starting this year. Is going to blow up. We're going to blow the curtains up next year as well. And then 2028, it's going to be Murder Row with Sumo Red in that ring. That ring is going to be red.
Yes.
From
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
from
It's
Tears.
coming. You
from
heard it here
Red Rose
first.
and Tears.
You
we're
heard it
going
here
old school red with it, man.
Yes,
Old
sir.
school Sumo Red, baby. Let's go. Absolutely, Ish. I like it, man. So let me poke my head in here in the ring. Let me throw my head in here, man. For me, obviously, a person that started this program with all females, I want to kind of go over the things that make a high value female for me. So, maybe some of you guys are in alignment, or maybe this helps somebody who's starting off. For me, a high value female in my wish list, right? Let's make a wish list right now. So if I'm making a Christmas list of what I want a nice line bred, even inbred female to start with. And let me explain why. When a female is line bred and has a koi of 20 plus, or inbred with a koi of 30 plus, they already did the work for me for 2 or 3 generations.
Yep.
2, 3 breedings, they've already saved me 4 years of work. So with that said, to me, a good, I'm not looking for an outcross as a foundational female. I'm looking for a line bred female, man. Line bred female or inbred female with a high koi. Things I know I can depend on her to throw those looks, because she's already been line bred over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the number one thing for me is line bred females. And a lot of my girls are line bred. However, I couldn't just stay with the line breedings. I also got some outcrosses because of the new. When I started, the Brazilian thing was new. But prior to the Brazilian infusions, I was only doing, for me, line bred dogs. And so for me, high value female is already line bred. If I'm going to anchor myself to a female, number one, she's got to be line bred. 2, actually, number one's temperament, like John said. But I don't want to re-up on what he said already. So let's just say that I like the temperament, like John said, and I like the pedigree that Bradley said, right? So to piggyback off what they're saying and versus repeating what they're saying, and then Ish with the color. So now I got good temperament, good pedigree of dogs I like with color. So those 3 are out of the way for me already. So now what I'm saying is now I'm getting a girl that's line bred.
Yep.
Mhm.
Right. And if my budget is 4 or 5 females, all those females have a common denominator. Whether it's the mom or the dad, they're all somehow all interconnected. That's going to shortcut my work versus outcrossing and having to come back. And if you understand breeding, you're trying to get there. You're trying to accomplish your goal as quickly as possible.
Time is money.
Absolutely.
Sure.
It's crazy, but you know what I mean? Again, a high value female for me, man, given the points you've already given, is line bred with the phenotype that I like from the dogs and the pedigree that I follow with a great temperament, and color is a bonus.
That's it.
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
It
Yes,
does.
sir.
For
I mean,
sure.
you can work with an outcross, right? If you went the other way and you really like the way a girl looked. Now, here's the problem, right? So if you buy a puppy, an outcross puppy, okay, let's kind of look at what I'm trying to say here. If you buy one outcross puppy, that puppy gets older, it's going to look like the mom or the dad, right? Question is, depending on what the puppy looks like when it gets older, you're going to have to take it back to the mom side or the dad side. You're going to have to find males on that side or the other side to bring it back, to lock it back in. On the other hand, if you start with a line bred or inbred female, you can almost just outcross and see what you're going to get. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It changes your strategy. It changes what you got to do. So for me, if I'm going, let's just do the math real quick. So if I'm doing outcross and I got to go back to some of the studs in that pedigree, and those stud fees are 10 to 15,000, and I do 3 breedings, when the dog is of age, I'm looking at a $30,000 to $45,000 investment. Now, if I'm already line bred and I can outcross, that means I could pick studs at 10 or 8K. You see what I'm saying? My decision is going to save me 25 to 30% of my production cost just off the studs. So it goes just beyond the phenotype. It goes just beyond all those attributes that we want. Because the shortcut of it is this. You line breed to lock in your attributes. You outcross to create a freak.
Yep.
I'll say that one again.
Yeah, let them know, please.
You line breed to lock in your attributes. You outcross to create a freak.
Mm-hmm.
Line breeding is going to give you your constants. When you introduce hybrid vigor and outcross it, now you're going to get a dog that doesn't exist yet. So if you look at 2 strategies, and I did both, I bought an outcross and I bought line breds, right? In breeding them, there's 2 different strategies, and I'll tell you what, the cost is different as well. So if you're buying an outcross off a dog that's with a 20K stud fee, and you got to go back to it at least once, you're out 20K just on that one on the run back. Listen, math always look. I don't care. Men lie, women lie, pedigrees lie, even pedigrees lie.
Yeah.
Right? But I tell you what doesn't lie.
No.
Numbers don't lie.
Mm-mm.
Numbers is the closest thing we have to the handwriting of God. Because the numbers will not lie ever. Even the pedigrees lie. People hang papers and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Once we put our hands in it and muck with it, it's altered. But that number will always line up. So with that said, you guys are getting me on a rant with that one. I'm gonna stop right there.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
That's another topic.
Yep. I'm gonna spin off and jump back to Bradley, man, because I like picking on you.
Bring it. That's all good. I can take it.
Oh man, in your camp, the way you're running things, right? For you, how many litters should a female have?
So it's kind of I guess it all depends on the female, right? If she's a good mama dog, good whelper, right? No health issues, no concerns after the first litter, and you treat her right and give her some time, to recover and heal. And personally, 3, maybe 4 tops. Like to hold it at 3, but if you have a female dog that has issues or that is not a good whelper or gives you issues, right? You have to cut it at 1, right? You have to cut your losses and have her as a pet, have have spay, have her have the pet only. But as far as the question, I think 3, for my personal opinion. Maybe 4 would be stretching it, but that's my opinion on it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
For me, the minimum is 2, even if she's a bad whelping mom, which I don't really want to breed her. But in order for me to see what she throws, I got to get past that Gen 1. Like that
Understood.
first litter she throws, if it's an outcross or a line breed, if I outcross her one time, the second one I'm going to line breed. That's going to give me basically a good parameter. Because the most valuable breeding for a girl is always the third or last breeding.
Yep.
The first breeding for any girl, I don't care what people say out there, you can agree or disagree. Think about this, right? You're going to buy a dog from me. First breeding from that girl. Her pedigree's there, her phenotype is there, the whole 9, right? You still don't know what she's going to throw.
Yep.
So once a girl throws 1 litter, the productions are 8 months by the time the next puppies come around. You breed her at 6 months. Now those puppies are newborns. Her first litter is 8 months now. Now you're like, oh wow, look what she's throwing.
Mhm.
The second breeding of a female is of subsequent more value. Let's just make a real example here. Let's go with Poodle. Champion Poodle, right? That was her intro rate, her intro litter. The prices were very fair. That was her first litter. Now we know what she threw. I know what she corrects. I know what she fixes. Her next litter might be her last. And I tell you what, that one is going to cost some money.
Yep.
Because now she showed me what she can do. Now I understand what I can take her to. So the person buying into the second litter, you're buying into something a little more tried and true.
Yep.
And the analogy is this. Here, let's use Ish because Ish is used to pitch, right? You put pitcher's good, right? You put him up there on the mound the first time.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna find out if he can he throw for what 6, 7 innings.
I mean, he should give you the whole game, but yeah, you don't want to hurt him. Be 115 pitches.
Okay, now once he has a game under his belt, and let's say he threw for seven innings, right? He was still good, but you're like, let me pull him.
Mm-hmm.
Now is his value higher in the next game?
If you pulled him,
No, I'm saying now that I know that I pulled him at 7, he can still throw, right?
yeah.
In the next game, do you trust him more?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying by when you breed a female the second time, you trust her more. Now you know you gotta beat for what she's gonna throw.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And this is why the second breeding or the third breeding is a higher price tag. But only if, as the breeder, you make the correct choice on the male, looking at the male's productions as well. If you know what your girl throws and you know the male you're choosing is hot, he's throwing it, now you got something nice, right? So this is free game to consumers. If you are buying, and this is the girl's first litter, and the stud is only a year old or 15 months old, that's a budget buy to me. You haven't showed me nothing to ask for that kind of money. You know what I mean? People just think, just because I got Bradley 3 times in the pedigree and John 10 times on the other side, that we're supposed to just be able to charge this. Come on, man. I'm going to get back to hurting some feelings here and being honest. A girl's second heat, her second litter is more valuable. And then you, as the person putting it together, should really, really pay attention to what the male you're using is throwing. And so what happens when okay, for example, so let me finish out this example, right? A champion poodle went to grand champion big boss. Now these dogs are going to compete. Akaza's 7 months is already taking first place in rings. My Iron Mike's coming. Champ litter dogs are coming, right? So what happens when those dogs start champing out? And then I wait another year to breed her, right? Another 6 months. She's a champion, swept 4 rings, bred to a grand champion, whose kids are champions. This is what I'm saying. Now you understand what you're getting. And it's not just hype breeding. It's understanding what you're producing based on the female and the males you're using to be in alignment with your vision. And there's where your value comes from. Build the value. Oh, yeah. Big Boss got a bunch of champion pups already. Trust me.
Yeah, he throws his look.
Yeah, dude. He throws that big old noggin. So, all right, moving right along. We got carried away in that one, but we kind of had to elaborate on it. Ish, man.
You got some questions, y'all. I think we
Yeah.
do. We missed our halfway point.
Read them off, John. What do we got?
I'm trying to see. I know YouTube has some questions.
Yeah,
we gotta
YouTube
go
went crazy
all
with
the way
the
back.
bread.
So when we were talking about where is it at?
I can't scroll up.
Temperament on Bloodline. Somebody made a good point about Dax. I can't remember who said it, but they said that Dax blood it can run a little hot. You definitely got to know what you're doing, and that's the truth. I can't remember who said that.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee Try.
Okay, yeah.
Yo.
Pause right there. First of all, Tennessee, man, that guy. Okay.
Yep.
So for you guys who don't know, maybe don't know in this chat, for Instagram and YouTube, this man has been breeding for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. I get that we're quick to get cute and talk to each other, and kind of take jabs at each other. But let's be respectful, number one. But also, two, you don't know the level of what the work the man has put in. You know what I mean, to be able to make the comments he's saying. And so I always, I never know if I'm talking to somebody that's a 20-year breeder. So I always mind my P's and Q's, and I give everyone respect. Now, just because you've been breeding for 20 years doesn't also mean that you're smart either. I know people have been breeding a long time and can't get it together. So the shoe fits on both ends is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me see. What else we got out there?
I can't see none of the YouTube ones no more. They disappear on me.
Yeah, kind of go when you come back.
Old school Nick talking about the old school blood, the whites, the
the white on
Okay,
white
so
with that.
He also said the first breeding is to see if she's a good mother. Second and third, he said he'll use a value stud at that point.
Yeah, you never want to come out hot on that first one.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You want to come out in the middle. Don't go swinging for the fences on your first time at bat. You know what I mean? Feel the temperature of the room. Understand your girl, what she's throwing. Get a good quality stud, though. That doesn't mean cheap out. That's the other thing, too, is like people want to cheap out and they want to sell their dogs for $1 billion. That's also that's a fugazi, brother. That doesn't work either. So,
yeah. Nah, you got a quality studs all the time, but your second and third that's when you're swinging for the fence.
Oh, that's when you're trying to crush.
100%
crush. Now, I'm not even.
That was pretty much it. No, go ahead. Let's go. Let's roll. Earl, what was you gonna say?
Chris Law, Tennessee, man. Let me just say hi to some people here.
Yeah.
All Pro Smoke Show, Ghost on One, Eddie. What's up, Eddie? Eddie Perez. He has Ragnar. We have Didi.
Yeah, I saw Didi
join. Family in the house. What's up, Didi? How are you? August boy. What's up, family? August boy, you need to handle my dogs, man. I'm gonna send my dogs to you, brother. Champ them out for me, all right? 33 Loco, top 5 love. We already said hello to Law. El Rey, Mud Monsters. How are you doing? GCK, Poppies, Takar, something Jetter. Awesome. Thanks, Mr. Jungle Bully. Good evening to you. Parjev. Oh, and I need better glasses.
Yeah, me too.
Anyhow, to the whole Insta family and the whole YouTube family, man, thanks for joining us.
Thanks
This is
for
a pretty
joining.
cool topic.
Ladies and gents, appreciate y'all. As
Yeah,
always.
man. We're gonna keep it tight. We're gonna keep it sharp. Moving right along. I'm gonna give this next one to John.
I got another question.
Sure.
Oh,
Right.
before we go to John, though, let's thank John for let's put him out there. He running the chapter of that Sumo Red. Let's say that, bro. Let's say that.
Oh, by the way, guys, YouTube and Insta family, we are officially announcing Sumo Red line. Spearheading the project will be John. John has been, dealing with the old school pits for, I don't know, 15, 20 years, would you say?
Yeah, I was in there in that lane in probably late 90s, early 2000s, man.
So
about 10 years. Then I got out of that. But did a lot of breedings, put some how can I say it? Put some scratches on the line. I'll say that.
there you go.
That's about as far as I'll go.
Well, all that to say that you're the perfect person to,
Yeah,
one day I was just kicking back and I'm like, what do I miss? What is Sumo Red? First of all, let's just take a moment to shamelessly plug my vision.
Go ahead.
I mean,
Sumo Red is power, it's agility, athleticism, rip muscle, striation, functional, hardy dog that's just meant to survive, right? And what did I fall in love with the pit bulls, right? I fell in love with a dog that could jump on top of a counter, carry half a tree with him, grab like a branch that fell off that's like half the tree and run with it. Just like, to me, the old school pits back in the day, they were like superhero dogs.
yeah. And the most important that you forgot, don't forget, they used to almost could climb trees very well.
Oh yeah, big time, dude. That was like a squirrel dog, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Ripped, man. Look, those dogs could endure just about anything, including Old Roy and gunpowder.
Bad kids. But it's true, though. It's true. They can survive on any food.
Yeah, man.
On any food.
I was in peak condition off that old Roy. Peak condition.
Hey, so one night I was sitting there, like, we're chopping it up. I got off the phone with you guys, and I'm having me a glass of whiskey, and I'm like, man, what do I miss? I'm like, why do I love this thing? It's like, man, I love it for that. What happened to that, right? But I want that minus the attitude and the hot blood, right? That hotness that I don't miss.
Yes.
And so I'm like, cool. Why don't we do Sumo Red? And then I started going down, and I'm like, what dogs do I need? Who do I got to use? And man, y'all seen that? Y'all seen that Insta post I did on Kiko with her looking up?
She, like I told you, I'm gonna say it for everybody to hear it. She looked like she's posing for the gods, bro. Like for Zeus.
You caught a good picture.
Hey, and as good as that pic looked, she even better in person.
She's
she's
way better in person.
She's something special, no doubt.
No, that girl, man, she could stand on her hind legs, jump on tables and benches. It's good and it's not good. It's good when it's cool that she's doing it. It's good when I don't want her on there. It's bad when I don't want her. I'm like, get your ass off that. But anyhow, yeah, man. So that's what we're creating, man. that is the next step. Sumo dog. We have the American bullies that we love, and we have a special project that we're working on, headed by Sumo South himself.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Congratulations, brother.
You know what I mean? So I'm excited to collaborate with John on that and have him spearhead that project and really manage the pedigrees on it, and bring back that. It's almost like it's a throwback dog. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's a vintage throwback dog, man. It's
Yes, sir. Yes,
you know,
sir.
and if I ain't got nothing but chocolate reds and gingers on my yard, I'm good with it.
I'm cool with it too.
All beast. Oh man, look. Bone eating, furniture chewing, fence climbing, couch destroying.
With the best temperament in the world.
There you go.
Best temperament.
The best.
Yeah, it's gonna be good though. But that's what we're doing, guys. Man, we're throwing that old school red back in the mix, and we're gonna base it off of more chill, same performance, medium drive, minus the aggression,
Minus
Yes.
the
dog aggression.
Yes.
Have a good friend who used to raise red devil. Oh man, red devil pits, man. I used to just, those red devil pits, man.
Man, like he said, they actually climb trees and fences. Like,
Yeah,
like
those dogs were like cats, man.
yes, like mountain lions.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, my first dogs were my first bloodlines of dogs in the 90s were Little Rascal, Gator, Jeep.
Yep.
You know, man, those are the kind of dogs I like, man.
I showed Ish a pedigree the other day. What you think, Ish?
Man, and it was he was already old, and he was there. He was there. The pedigree was crazy. Everything had a CH and a GRCA. Everything had it. That's
Man,
the way.
man, somebody got to calm Top Law down, man. He is rolling in Instagram. Yes, sir. They do not bark.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're almost whining. They're whining and their tail is up and wagging.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to explain that. Like if you know, you know.
Yeah, that's a whole different topic.
You know what I mean? Like that tail is kind of like in that question mark position.
Question.
And wagging. And the dog is like whining, like it's not even like anyhow.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get off of that.
All right.
What was
that
question you had for me, Earl?
Okay, John, take this one, brother.
All right.
Give me your key pointers on a good whelping mother. So for somebody here that maybe has had one litter or is going to have their first litter and needs to know what signs to look for, what to you is a good whelping mother?
I don't have to do nothing.
That's a good answer. Damn, that was quick. That was super quick, man.
I'm talking cleanup, umbilical cords, the whole gambit, man. Attentive, know where the pups are, not laying on them, smack. You know what I mean? That's it. It's real simple, man. Like a lot of times we make things difficult. It's real simple, and we make excuses too. You know, sometimes you just don't have a good mom, and you know, sometimes we try to force a mom out of some of these dogs, and they just don't have it. They just don't have it, man. And sometimes you got to move on.
I agree with that. I believe sometimes, me personally, a great whelper mother that do exactly what John say, and us as people, we carrying our dogs, our puppies too much. and that's the best way I could say it, because these dogs in the wild, let's just be honest, they'll whelp 13 puppies, and they'll all be healthy under a truck, in the cold, in the rain. So, a great mom is the one you can walk away from, that it can take care of his job.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Cool. Ish, since you spoke up on it, for you, is it this? I'm now going to ask you a setup question. Is it important for a female to throw her look?
Oh my God! I mean, for our yard, for me and in my team, is very important to throw their look, because one thing that people like, I like to look at the pedigree. So if the pedigree ain't matching up, it ain't gonna make sense. So if I'm looking at your female or our female have to throw our look, because let's be honest, these males that everybody's geeked up for, that got stuff 33-inch heads, 35-inch heads, and 7-inch short back, you only go to get 25% of that. I don't care how big is and nice it is. Let's be honest, you're only getting 25% of that. So the female throwing her look is very important. Very, very, very important, because like I said, guys, you're only going to get 25% of that male that you bringing that to the female to. So if that 25% goes to the look, hey, you're winning. You already did the job. But the female has to throw her look to me automatically. It's got to throw her look or better, because the female's foundation to me, I always say it, females is the foundation to your yard. I don't care what boys you got. Female is the way to go.
Yep.
Has to throw her look.
Okay, fair enough. And I agree, and I partially agree with that.
I told you to set up right before you ever asked it.
The reason why I take an outcross female with a low COI,
yes, sir,
right, is if I really want a male to dominate that litter, that's who I take that male to. I'm not going to take. I'm not going to spend 15 bands on a male, right? And then he's an outcross, and I take him to a female that's heavily line bred or inbred, knowing she's going to dominate the litter. Then why did I spend 15,000 for?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Wait, hold up. Somebody, can somebody buy me a cup of coffee over that one?
No, you got it.
Hey, listen,
that's true.
If you have a line bred female or inbred female, and you're going to take her to an outcross male, and you're paying 10 or 15 bands on that, listen, brother, send me $1,000 and let me pick your next breeding. I'll save you some money. You're not going to get what you want. I promise you that. So what I'm trying to say is that if I want to use a male and want him to throw his look, I'm going to have to take him to an outcross female that has a less COI and not line bred heavy, so that he can pass his look, right? So that question is a double-edged question.
Yes, it is.
Right? Do I want a female to throw her look? Yeah. Do I also want a female to let the male throw his look? Yes. The answer is yes on both.
Yeah.
Right? It just depends on what I'm trying to do and what stud I'm trying to use. So there is no wrong or right question. Both answers are correct. And it is a setup question. Because again, it all depends on what I'm trying to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
So, but at least I put it out there. I wasn't trying to trick you.
Nah. I mean, because I think it's very important for the female to throw her look also as well, because that's where you're basing your program off. You can't base to me personally just the male, because sometimes these males don't even come close to throwing their look. Not even 1%. So You know, I'd rather base my yard on my female structure.
I'm with it. I am with it, man. Shoot. Let's open up the floor, man. If you guys got any questions, we'd love to answer some of these questions. John, I think we covered everything I wanted to cover tonight.
Yes.
For me, I know what it is for me, and man, Tennessee, we will put on a shirt, and I can't wait for you to win, man. This guy has been in the dog for so long. Just the knowledge, like this guy could probably run tech support. You know what I mean? Tennessee is just that guy. You know what I mean? AC, I'm a fan, man. Love you guys. Bring it out, brother. Bring it out. Law is crazy, man.
Yeah, he been cutting up.
Y'all got law with the Reds, brother.
But he not lying though. He not lying. Females cost way more than the males.
No, it's true.
Yes, sir. Eagle 386. Send him 2-3 years to Dagestan and forget, brother. You know who that is, right? That's Chris.
Oh,
okay.
JMX84X _ Eagle 3. Man, is that like a gamer name? Long name, dude.
Hold on. That's Chris?
Yeah.
That's Chris.
From class?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sumo University, yes. My man said big females make big males. You know what, Chris? Let me tell you something about that. Lock in with me, Chris. And I wish you could see my face right now if this camera wasn't working. Had you told me that when I was younger, listen, half the NFL's linemen would be my kids. I'm telling you right now.
Shit, me too.
He said big females make big males. Listen, man. The starting five for most teams, the center, the left, right guards, tight ends, tackles, that'd have been like, how many litters did Earl throw? Like, how are all these linemen got the same last name?
Yeah.
Listen, Chris, I wish I would have known, because I'd have been like, how big is she? How fast can she run? Let me see her push this fridge over, carry this fridge up the hill. You know what I mean? There'd have been certain things like the combine, like I'd have been like, okay, you're gonna be my baby mama for sure, 1,000%. Like, you know what I mean? I just didn't know, Chris. So when I was younger, Chris, like your age, I was, I thought I was cute. I was a pretty boy, or at least I thought I was. Had I read what you just said right now, listen, I'm telling you, I'm about to be 50 this year. Half the NFL's linemen would be my children. I promise you that.
I agree on that. Yeah, man.
Okay. Adam got a good one, Earl. You got to take this one.
All right.
I'm gonna read it all. Since Markov is one of your favorites, would you rather use a dog with him in the 3rd and 4th generation, or 2nd with frozen semen and cloning being introduced nowadays? It's like a 2 or 3-part question.
Yeah, that's a multiple. Tell you what, Adam, if I would use a 3rd or 4th. See, Big Bertha is 4-way line bred off Markov.
Mm-hmm.
Off the 2nd and 3rd generation. So to her, I could use a 3rd or 4th. That way it's a little bit looser, put some air in there. But if I got like Poodle, that's an outcross off of Markov, I would go second. I would go a 2nd generation with frozen semen to Poodle. And in fact, that's not a bad idea. If anybody knows Markov got frozen, let's go. Let's bring him back to life. Yeah, it just depends on the female, brother.
Good question, though.
Yeah, great question. But all those options are viable. Let's see.
Have you guys ever had a female that didn't look good but was a producer in the fast lane? not here.
Not here. Yeah, not here.
I've been lucky, man. My girls have been good. They've been producing how I want them to throw. even outproducing, I would say. So I would say it's part of its luck, part of its knowing what you got, knowing what to take it to. There's a lot of moving parts, right? And so, in the end of all things, luck is the corner where preparation meets opportunity. Is that what
Yeah.
they say?
That's right.
So, you know, La Familia, you know who that is, right? That's Hector.
Hector, yep.
Hector,
Okay.
you don't, yeah, you don't even know, man. Big Bertha, 4-way line right off Markov, man.
Yes, sir.
Pool of Goosebump would be crazy. Who has Goosebump, man? I can't even find Goosebump. I'd love to use Goosebump.
That's
Hector is almost about that time, isn't it?
yeah.
We coming
No.
up in a minute.
Yeah.
2
Yeah,
months?
Like
next
3
month.
more months, right?
No, next month.
Next
Yeah,
month?
okay. Next month.
Oh,
That's what it was.
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. But I
Everybody
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
folks is counting.
I thought it was. I thought she comes in heat in June,
No, April.
April.
Yep.
Oh, then I'm gonna give my boy sooner than I think. That's a great birthday present. She gonna be born. He gonna be born around my birthday. Let's go. Let's get it.
Okay, so viewers, any questions about starting off with a female if you're new? Are you talking about Blueberry page? I wonder who's running Blueberry's page. You're talking about on Instalaw?
He said Goosebump is still around.
I'd love to use Goosebump, man. He's a phenomenal. That's one of the most underrated dogs.
Who is that? Markov's son.
Yeah, he's a first pick Markov son, Goosebump.
Yeah, but I didn't know.
You're gonna see him in Poodle's pedigree. You're gonna see him in a lot of my pedigrees, man.
Who has them?
That's what I'm trying to say. Because I'd like to get a hold of him or Goya.
Goya.
Goya's, man, dude, that dog threw some nice dogs, bro. Just FYI. Man, John, anything you want to share with the viewers that you got going on over there?
Nothing but the rent, fellas. Just man, that getting that building together, man, is something. So I had a little bit of an electrical problem, but the guys came out and fixed that today. So it's good to have good folks. So now electricity is good to go. I got my installation up. Now next part is the walls, man, and then I got an AC unit
to the wall.
Yeah, I got an AC unit in there already. So
Nice.
yeah, the walls and then the putting the kennels in there, man. We rolling, fellas. We rolling.
Like it.
That's about it for me. Dogs looking good. I know I haven't posted no pictures. I'm being stingy right now.
Bro, what's up, man? What is going on, man?
I'm trying to tell y'all when I post Messiah. I ain't been talking about Messiah, but wait till y'all see Messiah. That's a champ dog, fellas and ladies. I ain't been posting him since he was what, 3-4 months?
Been a minute.
Mhm.
2.5. Let's be honest.
Yeah, man. So he looking. Let me see. He not the largest out of the group, but I'm a plant my flag, and I'm gonna tell y'all he the most muscular. I'm talking about that neck and them shoulders.
You're teasing, brother, because you won't even post no pictures of him.
Yeah, it's coming. I probably post him on Saturday.
Okay.
And the tracker pup, I ain't posting him yet. I can't.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
I ain't
right.
doing it yet. Earl, I ain't doing it yet, bro.
Yeah.
People
Cool.
making. I saw some claims out there.
Yeah, me
Gotta
too.
wait
That's what I'm
for-
saying.
I saw that too. I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
And it's no hate or nothing, but
No.
hey, it's a competitive space. So
Yes.
and he
Yes.
8 months. I'll just say he had the century mark and weight. And all these fellas know I feed light.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I like those bones to get strong before I put that weight on. So now that weight coming. So it's gonna be nice, man. We gotta get them into some. I'm getting them into some training a little bit just to see where their heads at in the ring and stuff like that. Got to see who's ready, to be touched on and open the mouth and grab on the rear and just little stuff like that, man. Just to get them ready while they're young, so get them familiar with someone else's touch instead of just me.
Mm-hmm.
Yoking them up when they start them shenanigans on the yard, because they Messiah and Maestro, man, they trying to let their nuts hang now, man. They like, okay, this is my yard. So
alpha season is about
yeah,
to come.
man.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you, just a tidbit, man, just from me being in another space, man, I keep breaking sticks everywhere. It makes your life a whole lot easier. No, you don't have fast lane dogs, but a breaking stick is real easy, bro. It'll save you from getting bit. Trust me. You can get them off of Amazon, man.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in the back, twist it, and there you go. The release. You good.
Yeah.
It's real quick. It'll save your dog. Because, hey, man, if y'all dogs get into a little skirmish and y'all out there yanking dogs off, man,
it makes it worse.
Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. So,
man, that's a way better way than I do it. I don't want to say how I do it.
yeah, man.
Anyhow, Bradley.
Same. In process, if this weather break, this rain will quit some. Getting some groundwork done, getting ready to start the kennel. I'm not quite as far along as John is, but I would say in the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, be in a good spot with it. Everything's coming along there. The pups are almost 3.5 months, 2 months now. 2.5 and 3.5. So
Shama. Come on, brother. Say it, man. Say his name, Bradley.
Shama.
Say his name.
He out of house and home. I'm telling you, he's him and her both. They're nice. They're gonna be something special for sure. You can them already. It's some of them you can see it early, right? Early and often. You know where they come from. You know what they're supposed to do. But when you see it happening day in and day out, good temperament, smart dogs. Laid up on the couch with the wife and the daughter over there right now, just sweet, loving. But you turn them loose and they'll play all day, right there.
Yeah.
I got two Frenchies and they wear them out and then they wear one another out. So great energy, great drive. Just good. Great pups, doing good. Got some other stuff kind of cooking in the background. I don't think we're quite ready to announce yet, but hopefully here in the next coming weeks, we can break an announcement for Sumo Bama as well. Just looking to make another move and kind of go from there. So just hold tight, stay tuned. Won't be long. Hopefully everything goes as planned, and I think everyone will like it. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be big. So, but no, other than that, just playing family man. The boys track, the daughters in basketball. So on the run, they keep us on the go between that and the pups and getting the kennel done and keeping everything on the go there. So living a life, enjoying every minute of it.
Oh, man.
I tell you what, brother. To me, Chama is gonna be a more extreme version of Mandibula.
He is. He's on. I'm telling you, dude. He's
telling you right now.
He's different. He's different.
Listen, when I put that pairing together, I'm like, you know what? No, this look at they look like aliens, bro.
They do.
Look at them.
They did because
they look like aliens, man. Like, bro, Chama is gonna be Mandibula 2.0.
The structure, the line, The frame,
expression.
A to Z, man. I'm telling you, this boy is.
He's a greedy bastard too. Eating wise, when he was here, I
Yep.
told you what he used to do. He'll sit in the whole bowl,
Yep.
plop down in the middle of the bowl, and stop everyone from eating. And just, I'm like, look at this dude. What a jerk!
Super disrespectful.
He's
Disrespectful.
nice.
But I'm telling you, man, he's basically the U.S. born Mandibular 2.0. You know what I mean? With that sumo flair to him. He just, man, dude, you got a hot one, man, and I'm happy for it. So congratulations to you.
Appreciate you. No, thank you. Charles, answer your question. I haven't weighed him since last week. I think he was at 28 or 29. And to be honest with you, Nala was catching him. She was like 3 pounds behind him was all. She was 25 and he was 28, I want to say, something like that. But that was last week, right? So he's been averaging about 4 or 5 pounds a week on average. He's slowed down here the past week and a half, just because he's been a little bit greedy. Introduced him a little bit of kibble, and so, but no, he's stacking. But honestly, all of that girl, dude, Hershey, I'm telling you, Ish got to sit. She's
bro. Those two girls were
man.
Yeah,
so
those are little tanks.
Yeah,
those are little tanks.
They are.
Yeah, I can't wait to see which side of the pedigree they form to. It's going to be interesting.
That girl looks like more like her daddy every day. I'm telling you. I mean, he's all over her. Yep. I was the same
yours
way.
too, Ish. They look
mine,
like
mine. To be honest, is mine's got the masseters of the dad, but everything else is like Hershey, short and wide.
Wow.
Both of them girls were super wide, bro.
Yeah.
And clean feet too. Cat feet in front.
No, super
beautiful.
Clean.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Hershey got those cat feet, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy. So anyhow, Ish, man.
Yes.
Tri-State, brother. Give us an update. What's going on with you, man?
Well, the update is the new pup. She's amazing. You know, she's a little tank, to be honest. She's very different. What everybody say about these Brazilian dogs, about their coats and about how they grow slower, is true. It's true. They're maintaining. I don't want to use these words, but they're maintaining like that pit bull status, how they grow slow and they tight hair to the body, and then they start to branch out when they're older. I'm pretty sure this is what it's doing, because matching her to the Maki litter, it's crazy. It's crazy. When the day I brought Sonia to the house, she was 9 weeks. And when I took her to the vet, she was 17 pounds. When I took this one at 9 weeks, she's literally 3 times smaller, like smaller, shorter, everything. And she was 22 pounds. So it was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, these are little tanks. Like, you know, like, I see what they say, that they don't look like fat, hairy bears. It's true. But they got all the weight as a bear do.
Yeah.
All that weight. And
yeah, no, that's those two girls were, and I'm just sick to my stomach that there was only two. Yeah, I looked at those two leave. I'm like, man, these girls are, you know, like up there in terms of the girls that I produced at that age. Looking at them, I was like, oh my god. And you seen Hershey at that age, not even close to that.
Yes.
Some of the pictures that I've not seen her, but looking at the pictures, you're right.
Yeah.
And these girls, like, you should see them now. We've had them 2 weeks Saturday, and dude,
Saturdays, weeks.
Yeah,
you would have seen Hershey and Katana at that age versus the two girls you got.
Yeah,
Hershey and Katana would be laughable to you compared to the puppies that you got.
One thing I do say, I don't know how it happened. I mean, I know how it happened because they're sisters, but mine's throw out a lot of Katana facial, all the wrinkles on the muzzle, all the wrinkles on the head. She's got so many wrinkles on top of her head, and that's why I took down the pictures for a reason, because I was like, let me just keep on showing Sonia, because I want the dramatic look when you see this dog next time. You know, so it's like, I thought about it. I was like, let me just take it off because the way she's turning out and how she's so small and wide and she got so many wrinkles, you know, and I love that. That's what we love about her. Like that just brings out like bully to me. It's like more blockier to me, you know. So these dogs are different, man. And if you're waiting online to get one, trust me, it's worth the wait because they're different. They're different.
Hey, and he's got some bad ones coming up too.
And then I'm gonna bring up, you know, I'm not gonna bring it up because I'm not allowed to bring it up. But we do have some things coming out here that me,
very
John,
soon, my friend. Very soon.
Yeah. Me,
Oh,
John,
man.
and Earl's working on. I'm working on a project for Sumo Bama, and for us, and we gotta make some noise, you know.
Well,
and
all
it's
three of
gonna
those things tie into Sumo Red, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
All three things that we're talking about here tie into Sumo Red, and as each thing comes to fruition, oh man, you don't understand.
Yes, sir.
The baddest of the baddies are coming.
Yes, sir.
I'll say that. They're coming. Man,
It's
look, just
coming,
wait.
and the only hint you got, you can only look at Kiko. That's it. That's the only hint you're gonna get.
Shoot, I'm excited for Katana Top Gun. That's one I'm talking about there. I'm it's all I can do to stay off that one right now. Honestly, I'm telling you, man. Look, it's gonna be about like champ, except for a little. Dude, I'm telling you, that one's golly.
That's gonna be special.
I agree.
Y'all better get on it.
I agree.
Okay, well, shoot. Well, fellas, man, it was a good one. I had fun. Great
Yes,
topic.
indeed.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your contribution to the topic. YouTube and Insta family, thank you guys for your questions and your commentary. We always appreciate everyone coming to our lives. And of course, we want to bring quality conversations, real talk. You know, we're here to help people and we're also here to learn. I'm not above learning from anybody. And so, just as much as I try to give back to the community always gives back to me. So, thank you all for the people who do reach out to me. You guys help me in different ways that you don't even know, to be honest. So, with that said, you know, humbly always, Earl and Sumo Bully Kennels, bro. Sumo out.
Sumo out. See you guys.
Wow.
Appreciate it.
man.
Yes,
Y'all have a
sir.
good week. Catch you
Later.
all next week.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Yes,
Yep. Take care. Bye bye.